Thank you guys so much for having me. I started my journey in music through the church. My dad, he was the music minister and pastor, so I was always on stage. I was always performing the solos, and people really just enjoyed it and started asking if I would do weddings and funerals, and that later on led to high school performances, sporting events, and later on just big events put on by the city of Houston. The top one I feel like is when I performed at the Rockets game, and it's really because I hadn't been back home in a couple of years. I've been in Atlanta for the last three, and I really felt homesick. So the fact that they reached out to me, asking me to fly home and perform at the game. I was so excited, and there was a lot of emotions when I stepped onto the court, um, because hard work really does pay off, and to just come back home and to have grown so much, because the last time I was home I was 18. So to have grown so much and to be back there and do that event was really, really rewarding. So Scenes by Simone, I wanted to give my supporters, my fans, my royals, um, access, just to see me, see my personality more, see who I am around my family, you know, in the creative process in the studio. Um, those things that I don't really put out on my social media so much. They get to see those things in the part one that had been released a couple weeks ago. You see me hiking up mountains and jumping out of a plane. Those are just things that I like to do. Be I like to be outside. I like to be active and try new things. So you guys get to see that. There are a lot of people that I feel like have influenced my music career. Shaka Khan, Janet Jackson, Prince, um, Parliament Funkadelic, The Weeknd, Childish Gambino, of course, Destiny's Child, being from Houston. There's so many. There's so many. So my latest project, Going Deep, it really was just about me digging deeper into who I really am, what I was called to do on this earth, my purpose, really just tapping into all the layers that make me. I think um, the industry, society really likes to put women in a box, and I started realizing that I was doing it to myself, not even realizing it, and I just wanted to break out of that. I that's why I got into tech, honestly, because I never thought I would be into that thing or into that, and it's been amazing so far. And that's why uh, I have different sounds on this project, because I write all types of music. I don't just write to one genre. So I wanted people to see or hear my range with writing and vocal abilities. So that project has been really fulfilling. I feel like it is my best work so far. Um, and yeah, I'm really grateful to all the people who are on my team, also all the people who have supported that project. But shout out to Slim Wave, Deaf Stars, and Daraj Global for producing those songs on that project. that project was very therapeutic. There are things that I was hanging on to in my past experiences that, I just wanted to let go in my music. And, I had that opportunity to finally do that after a year and a half of making it. Um, but I think that, you know, I think sometimes it takes time to make something really great, and you shouldn't be afraid. You shouldn't be afraid of that. Um, I think it's just been just to be persistent. Know that you are working towards the goal and that it's not a race; it's a marathon. Always celebrating the always celebrating small wins and big wins, just celebrating everything no matter the size. And, just constantly reminding myself of those things because I do slip up and I get into these modes or this mindset of, I worked so hard, but this didn't work out and I failed. I feel like I failed. I feel like I'm a failure. And, you know, why why am I, continuing to do this to myself, or why am I doing this? And it really is because, it gives me joy, and, I feel like, God had put me on this earth to do music, to spread love, spread love, share joy, um, encourage other women to go after their goals, their aspirations fearlessly. Um, you know, when I think about that side, it makes me want to keep going no matter how many people have told me no. There's so many people I would love to collaborate with. There's a long, long list. Um, I'm try to name one. Um, um, I'm gonna say I would love to work with I would love to work with Janelle Monáe because she has done an amazing job creating her own lane. And I always appreciate that from certain artists. They create their own way, their own lane. Um, they don't really have, and when you do that, you don't really have that kind of competition. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You're not worried about that kind of stuff because you're just creating your own. Like you're really just walking to the beat of your own drum. And I really appreciate that from artists like her. And yeah, she's a dope musician. And yeah, I would love to work with her, write some music with her, for her. Um, Without giving too much away, we are working on a new visual, and I'm really excited about that. Um, Also, Scenes by Simone Part 2. You guys are going to see, you know, just another part of me being me. A lot of studio work, of course, me working, get some behind the scenes of me working in, you know, what I've been doing these last couple of weeks. But that will be released in April. So you guys can find me anywhere, everywhere at Symone Royale. I made it really easy for everyone to find me. It's the same thing across the board. Symone Royale on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of that, everything. Symone Royale.